If you've ever thought, I hate selling, or I'm just not good at sales, today's episode will change everything for you. The problem isn't you, it's the system you're trying to follow. Traditional sales methods that you're being taught are built for neurotypicals. They're structured, they're rigid, and they require daily consistency. But ADHD entrepreneurs don't operate that way, and we shouldn't have to. People with ADHD are more likely to become entrepreneurs, and their traits can be a huge advantage in business. Actually, people with ADHD are 500% more likely to be entrepreneurs. And many famous entrepreneurs and billionaires that you know of have ADHD, like Virgin Group founder, Richard Branson, JetBlue founder, David Neilman, IKEA founder, Mr. Camprad, Huffington Post founder, Ariana Huffington, Charles Schwab, Tim Ferriss. I could name them forever. But the cycle of hyperfocus and the avoidance in sales, one week they all are in, next week they disappear. The emotional roller coaster of launching, right? One sale equals dopamine high, slow sales equals burnout, wanting to start all over. But traditional sales advice like be consistent or just follow up does not work for you. And I promise by the end of this episode, you are going to walk away with a simple ADHD-friendly sales system that works, even when you need to disappear for a week. Let's dive in. Welcome to the ADHD CEO show, the podcast for ambitious entrepreneurs who are ready to stop fighting their brain and start building a business that works for them. I'm Elise Smith, ADHD sales and business mentor, multi-six-figure entrepreneur, and the creator of ADHDpreneur Academy. I help ADHD entrepreneurs ditch the overwhelm, simplify their sales, and scale in a way that actually feels good. Every week, we cut through the noise with dopamine-friendly business strategies designed to help you sell more, work less, and finally build a business that fits your brain. I'll see you in the show. Hey, welcome back to the ADHD CEO show. Elise here. Today, I'm really excited to talk to you about this because this is something that I struggled with for a very long time, and I know you're struggling with as well. This is also the same reason that a lot of ADHD entrepreneurs and people with ADHD in general have more mental health struggles. Because we take everything so emotional, it can lead to other mental health challenges. So we really need to look at how we can fix this. So I am not a life coach. I can't give any advice on how to fix your mental health. Definitely seek out, medical professionals for that. But what if I told you you never had to follow up manually again? It's possible, right? Instead, your system bringing in leads while you focus on what you actually enjoy. There are so many ways that you can automate in your business. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that further in the episode. But number 3 here is the start-stop sales cycle. So you either hyper-focus and sell like crazy. Maybe you're live launching. Maybe you have a new course coming out, or you disappear and feel like you have to start all over. And our ADHD brains crave novelty, okay? They tweak their offer constantly instead of optimizing what's working. They panic when a launch isn't going well and try to burn everything down. And we tend to think that the problem is our discipline, when in reality, it's that we need a system that doesn't rely on motivation because, again, motivation is tied to emotion for us. And so because of our emotional regulation, that's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you have to build a sales system that runs even when you're offline, okay? And it's possible. What if your business could make sales even when you forget to post or you skip follow-ups or you need a week off? That's what we're going to really dive into. So I want to talk to you about the ADHD sales system that works even when you need a break. The best sales system for ADHD entrepreneurs isn't the one that requires more effort. It's the one that removes friction and makes sales happen effortlessly. And in case you have never listened to this podcast, I'm very tactical. I like to give you step by step. So I want you to make sure you're subscribed, download this episode. You'll probably want to come back, take notes if possible. But step 1 of this is sell every day without selling. Okay, and that is the secret. It's micro touch points. And what this does is it builds momentum through soft call to actions, engagement, story-based selling. So instead of saying in your content, book a call, say DM me ready if you want the details. And so what that does is it has them reach out to you. And it's easier for us as ADHDpreneurs to respond to a reach out because that person's coming to us. And so it gives us that dopamine of they want to know more from me. So these small actions are easier for you to take. And it's no pressure. It's no need to overthink, no long form writing. If they're reaching out to you, you know they want the details. This is where you will really thrive. Okay. Step 2 is use a dopamine-driven follow-up system. So the problem we tend to have is traditional follow-ups feel like a chore, right? And the fix for this is to use automated touch points, voice notes, casual check-ins, instead of the formal follow-up. So I'll give you an example. Hey, I thought of you today. Are you still needing help with XYZ? And this works for our ADHD brain because it feels natural, it's quick, and it removes the fear of rejection. Do you still need help with XYZ? It's not, hey, do you still want to buy my offer? Hey, do you still want to work with me? Because they either need help or they don't. So it really does take away that emotional rejection that we would have if we tied the answer to us. And step 3 is make sales passively with evergreen offers. So the problem we tend to have is we rely too much on launches. Massive dopamine crash when a launch fails, right? And I'm not going to tell you never launching your business because I think launching is important for you to build momentum with your audience and get excitement from them. But the fix here is to have an always on offer that runs in the background. So think about masterclasses, DMs, email sequences. This really works for ADHD because it's less pressure, consistent leads, and it removes that start-stop cycle, which we know can either lead us down a deep hole of hyperfocus, rejection, sensitivity, or can just be overwhelm of constantly launching. So I want to talk to you about how to start implementing this today so that you can really put this in your business. If you've been waiting for motivation to start selling, this is your sign to stop waiting and to start building a system that does the work for you. So I want to give you a couple quick action steps that will help you put this in your business today, as soon as you're done listening to this episode. So first and foremost, audit your last 5 posts. Did you clearly invite people to work with you? If not, you need to tweak them with a soft call to action. And then from that call to action, you need to automate one follow-up touch point. So send an email, a DM sequence, or a reminder so you don't even have to think about it. If you DM me the word dominate on Instagram, okay, and I'll have my Instagram in the show notes, I actually have a free guide, my automation domination guide that walks you through some of my favorite tools that I use every day in my business. And I even have some tutorials that are included in this guide. So make sure that you grab that. But I want you to think about creating an evergreen entry point, making sure you have a low effort way for people to raise their hand and say, I'm in. Okay. So just to recap, audit your last 5 posts. Did you have some sort of soft CTA? Do you have some sort of automation follow-up touch point from that CTA? And do you have an evergreen entry point for people to work with you? Or do they have to wait until you open cart or launch all the time? Because if sales feel exhausting, it's not you, it's the way that you've been taught to sell. And the ADHDpreneur sales system is designed to remove friction, to automate follow-ups, and to make sales effortless. So you can build a business that works even when you need to take that break. So if sales feel exhausting, it's not you, it's the way you've been taught to sell. The ADHDpreneur sales system is designed to remove friction, to automate follow-ups, and make selling effortless so that you can build a business that works even when you need to take a break. So if today's episode really hit home for you, I break this down step by step inside ADHDpreneur Academy. I show you how to build a dopamine-friendly sales system that sells for you even when you don't feel like selling. So I want you to DM me the word momentum on Instagram at socially.awesome. That's my IG. I'll have it in the show notes, or you can check the show notes for the link. But I'm going to send you a breakdown of my ADHD sales system that is going to help you start learning today. Because right now, the ADHDpreneur Academy is on wait list. And so if I were you, I would want to get on that list before it goes public, because you're going to be one of the first to access the sales system and you're going to get exclusive pricing as someone on the wait list. So let's make selling simple. Let's make selling fun and something that actually works for your brain. So and before I let you go, if you're listening to this, take a screenshot of it, throw it in your stories, tag me at socially.awesome. I want to help you share and grow. I want to celebrate you plugging in, listening to grow your business. I want to share you with my audience. It is my absolute love language. If you leave a review for this podcast, it's the best compliment that you can give. And I will see you next week. Make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome. Bye, guys.